In this video I will style this Parsoni juniper. This Parsoni juniper will be styled today in a setting where I can't take my camera. So I'm just going to discuss this now, and then during the showing I'm taking a time-lapse camera, taking a picture every second or two, showing you the full process as it is happening. Now this Parsoni came from a whole batch that was grown in a field. 2 years ago it was dug up, it was planted in this pot, and at that time it lost a lot of the branches. Now at this point you can see there's a lot of healthy growth. This tree has recovered and is now ready for styling. It has a very strong bend here and nice movement here in the lower trunk. What I'm thinking about doing is I'm going to pull it up like this, and no, it's not going to be a cascading tree. Then I'm going to take these side branches and lift them all up in a vertical position and make little trees out of it. So it's going to be a raft, a slanted raft, using the movement in this lower trunk and hiding a little bit the fact that this is very straight. Of course I could also just chop it off and use just this tree, or just use this one and make a much more compact tree, but in this case I want to go for something a little bit bigger. The reason why I want it a little bit bigger, Parsoni foliage is quite coarse. Now, first step, what am I going to do? I'm first going to clean up, remove all the old bark. Why remove all the old bark? Because then you can see where there's live and dead sections in the trunk. Because if you try to bend something that is connected to a very dead section, such like this, then it is very likely that it's stiff, hard to bend, or even break. Once that is done, I'm going to remove all this old stuff from the trunk. All these little branches that I can't use, I'm just going to cut off, and then I'm going to wire out the whole tree. Now, because I do it in a demo setting, I might not directly put it like this and wire them up. I might just start cleaning out, wiring everything, and then only when I start styling, that's when I move it this way and I start putting them up. Because then it is more of a surprise what I'm doing, because naturally everybody's going to think this will be a cascade. After wiring, setting everything in place, I'm of course going to prune these back to try and get nice round canopies on them. There are not very long branches, but even these short branches, I think if I start wiring them out, there's going to be lots and lots of foliage to work with. So much so far. Let's get into the car. I'm going to drive to Mülheim an der Ruhr. That's about 1.5 hours drive away from here, and that's where the demo will take place during the North Rhine-Westphalia Bonsai Days.
Und fertig, oder?
Ich kann noch stundenlang hier weitermachen. All diese kleinen Ästchen, die können alle noch ausgedrahtet werden, aber die Hauptarbeit ist jetzt getan. Ich muss noch mal schauen, ob all diese Äste, die sind noch nicht gedrahtet. Und fein positionieren kann noch.
Ähnlichkeiten sind da.
Also das war das Ziel vor der Anfang. Ich glaube, jetzt kann man das auch mehr oder weniger erkennen.
Jetzt sozusagen geschwebte Fußform.
The day after the show, the tree is all styled. Now, it is still a little bit chaotic. There is a lot of stuff happening in this area, and I might have to readjust some of these trunk lines so that they don't really interfere with each other. But what is most damaging to the view right now is this ugly pot. Now I'm not sure yet whether this is going to be in a semi-cascading pot or in a landscape pot, and that I'll let this root as well. If you have a suggestion, if you have an opinion, do let me know in the comments. So therefore I am just going to plant it up now in a very simple pot. I've prepared this pot, mesh in the bottom, very big hole. It is just one of those Japanese old growing out pots. Simple pot. I'll get a better pot at some point. And I'm going to put some wires in, but because this only has one hole, I need to use a little trick. And the trick is this very big fat piece of wire. That's going to sit at the bottom of the pot, just like this. Then I'm hooking these wires, looping it just around, and now I can just slide it in the pot and use this as anchoring wires. Let's get this in there. Just like that. And now I can wire the tree into this pot. I'm not going to show you the whole process, I'm just going to lift it out, slide it in, fill it with substrate. Nothing more drastic than this because we are in the middle of the growing season. Let me just do that. The weather is horrible, it is windy, it is noisy. I'll just get this in the pot and be right back with you. So I've just slipped it into this pot. I've not removed any of the roots. I've opened up the root ball a little bit so I could squeeze it in. It is nice and rainy, as you can tell, and it will stay this weather for the next week or two. So I have no doubt that this will recover really well. And look at that. This is a very, very nice composition now. Now it just needs to grow out, get stronger, fill out these beds, get some back budding, and keep this nice and short so that the lower branches can really pick up. It is really starting to pour. The camera is getting wet. I'm getting wet. I'm going to go inside. See you next time. This was Jelle growing bonsai. I know there's going to be an update maybe next year, but this is finished for now. See you later.